don't remember to kill your mic.
Hello and welcome to Live and Local. On today's episode, what we're going to do is really showcase how you can tell the story of something, how you can use live streaming to really tell a story. And on today's episode, we're going to kind of showcase an actual home remodeling, and we'll walk you through and show you the space and some of the unique ways you can actually use live streaming to tell that story to your audience. Again, my name is Nick Palkowski, and I'm one of your hosts here, along with
Brian Lott.
And this is the Live and Local show where we talk to you all about how a local business can use live streaming to grow your reach and really get more customers into your business. And I'm going to be managing the camera here on this episode, so we're going to throw things over to Brian and really start finding out more about home remodeling and an example of how you can use live streaming to showcase that.
Thank you, Nick. Welcome, Jerry Walls from Property Revival Construction and Property Revival Realty.
Yep.
We're here in the Sherwood Hills neighborhood of Madison, and I think you're very excited about the project you've got going here. There's so much going on from the acquisition into this neighborhood all the way through the design phase and the product selection and the work with your design team, and now you as a general contractor working through the process of the home remodel. And we're excited to interview you, Jerry, and to have you on today. Maybe you can just start a little bit about the advantage of Property Revival Construction and coupled with Property Revival Realty and how that offers clients an advantage here in Dane County and also in Rock County.
Okay, actually this property here at Wellesley Road in Sherwood is the wheelhouse to what Property Revival and Property Revival Realty are about. What we do with this property, this starts actually on the real estate side. This was a client that came to us looking to purchase a home, couldn't find a home anywhere that fit the needs of their family and what they wanted to for their forever home. They're actually transitioning from a home they're going to sell into the home that they purchase here, and so on and so forth. So they met with one of our realtors, which I like to refer to as Revival Specialist, and we went through the process. So what the first thing was getting the house under contract here, and this actually came as a referral to one of our agents and never hit the market. A client found out exactly what we do and how we do it and thought that this home would be a great fit for one of our clients, and before it even hit the market, they called one of our agents, and we were able to bring one of our existing buyers in here, and they absolutely fell in love with the home. It was in a very distressed state when they got it, and taking them through what the property was worth and what the property could be worth is where Property Revival Construction shines. We have what's called an after-repaired value loan. Motto at Property Revival Realty is if you can't find the home of your dreams, we will create it for you, and the construction company follows suit with that. So what we do is we've created this loan pairing up with other banks where we can come in and take what the property is worth as it sits, and along with our specs, our plans, our drawings, we actually create a whole other property with a new price point of that property, and that's how a lot of this lending happens to get these remodels to take place. And that's where this property started before it even came to me. So it's a really good process just to get from the realtor to the bank, to the sale, and then to the contractor. Once I get a hold of it, we go through quite a few things before it even gets to Property Revival production. We have a great design center showroom, Artisol Designs, that pairs with the other two companies, and we take this thing through plans, specs, and drawings to make everything as visual as we can for the client and also for the bank to make sure this home is going to appraise at the value we need to do the renovation that the homeowner is looking to do.
Mm-hmm. And so your relationship with your teams, which are even outside of your company, which you're talking about, and I think for this project you partnered with McFarland State Bank.
Yep.
And other lenders in the area as well. But you know, your relationships and their understanding of your processes and the things you have laying on the table here, which is your design process, your estimating software is very, very specific, is very, very unique and proprietary. And those lenders understand your process, have worked with your company in the past, and really trust the work and appreciate all the detail in your process.
Yes.
And I think that's another advantage that you've shared with me that is important, especially in a job like this when you're talking about buying it at a certain level and then saying, okay, bank, now loan me at this level, and to have lender partners that understand your process of property revival really is an advantage, another advantage to your clients.
Yeah, I mean, typically banks will do loans on new construction because they have an end result product that they can see from the plans. They have a lot, they pour it, they go, and it's all new. With remodeling, it's different because it's inherently problematic. And in order to really guess what the house is going to be worth or what it's going to take to get you there it's an issue that banks find in lending or any businessman getting into development or new construction. They kind of stick away from this area because of the unknowns. What we do in our, over the years, we developed a software that we refer to as a scope of work, which actually lines items to process through every phase of construction from a eyes wide open approach. So the bank can actually visualize exactly what we're putting in, exactly where the money is spent, and so can the client. And with that amount of clarity, the bank is really reassured that they're making the right decision on lending the money on this investment to get the money that they need out of the value of that home.
And I think, as a homeowner, as somebody that has used, contractors in the past too, sometimes, and it's not great contractors use sort of an old model too, like we'll come in and remodel your kitchen, it'll be $25,000.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is that, here's the number of cabinets, here's how many pieces of hardware, here's how many light bulbs, here's how many of them are recessed,
Yes.
here's the linear footage of this and that and the other thing, and you have this document that's a really living, breathing document that you can share with sort of any contractor.
Yes.
And they could complete the job, not even just your team, but really anybody that's that detailed.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's essentially a scope of work. I actually use the estimate that we create for our clients as a management tool on the jobs. I have this green folder here that is on every job. It shows the location of the property and everything. This green means go. So whenever I have one of my employees, a subcontractor, a vendor, supplier, they go to this folder immediately when they walk into my property. We refer to the section that's plumbing, electrical, framing. It has a plan that coincides with each area of the home, and then it literally specs out linear footage, product specs, products names, everything in detail so they know which color is going in this room, what tile is going in this room, so there's no confusion. With remodeling, that's where the confusion comes, is the clarity to the client. I've said this a million times, when I'm selling to a client, there's only two things that I can offer, which is understanding the expectations of the project and quality. And that's the same thing to the people that I work with. I have to make sure that my team understands clearly the expectation I'm looking for, and that they're doing a quality job. And this management tool that we developed really gives them an eyes wide open approach on how to do it, exactly what's being removed, exactly what's staying. So in the end of the result, there's not that uncomfortable conversation with the client where they're going, hey, I thought you were doing this light, not that light. Realistically, if it doesn't exist in this document, it just doesn't exist on the job.
And so when they go through your team, Jerry, they come, in this specific case, they worked with an agent at Property Revival
Yes.
Realty, got the piece of property under contract, worked with your design team, because you're a design and remodeling
Yes.
firm, and so you've got some renderings that they'll do with your design staff at Property Revival at Artisol Design.
Yep.
Located in the Beltline at Seminole Road here in town. And then they get the full floor plans and design work from you along with the scope.
Yeah. This actually has to be completed before the bank actually will lend the money. So when we're doing these types of purchases for clients, it is something that Property Revival Realty agents really specialize in. I wouldn't, not to say that other companies couldn't handle or tackle this, but we're really vested in taking them through this process, because the amount of property that's changing hands and the offers that are coming in right now and how fast things are leaving the market, if you were to go with a traditional realtor and try to work through this after repaired value loan, it would be probably very daunting, and you might lose it just because the stumbles along the way. When you act on these things, our agents can pretty much come to the house. I rely on them as my sales force. They can come into a home and look at it and say, pull comps in the area to find out what's sold top dollar and at the most affordable price. Look at what you want to do, take some ideas on square footage, and make a good idea before we even get this far in the process if this is going to be a value that you can add to this property before you even get involved in the whole rigmarole of going through this.
And this is such a great, I think, thing for the community as well, which is how Property Revival got its name, literally reviving neighborhoods. We have aging housing inventory in all of our communities that just need refreshing. They're beautiful homes and beautiful areas, just like here in Sherwood Hills and in the Madison area. And the importance of giving back and contributing back to the community. And now we're at a moment in time in Dane County and in Rock County where our inventory, housing inventories are short, way short. In Rock County, under 50% of normal. Dane County is very similar. And so we have more buyers that are, sort of stuck waiting for inventory to be created. You're saying, don't wait. Let's go find the neighborhood you want to be in. Let's find the home that you like, the bones, the structure of it, and let's create what you want, and we'll partner you with lenders that can work with you on that.
Totally. When me and John first started in this, we did small investments on our own. My background was construction, his was in investment banking, and we were watching these neighborhoods where we were purchasing properties at very low price because the market had went under and everything was selling for a little bit low property value. A lot of people ended upside down in their homes, and as I'm redoing these homes and getting ready for the market, homeowners are coming over to me going, hey, I've been here for 25 years, I'm thinking about a new kitchen, and then they're going to get a loan, a home equity loan or something, to do this remodel, and then they're basing the value of the home on the homes that just sold, and now everything was selling so low, now they're disvaluing their home. And me and John just thought, wow, what can we do to help bring property value back in these neighborhoods? And we literally would go all out in these homes just to make them top-notch, top dollar, so that when this property sold, it put its best foot forward and sold for the top amount in that neighborhood, so that when that neighbor decided to go do a remodel in the kitchen, they had these as comps to compare to as opposed to what was previously on the market. Those days are long gone, and now it's a little bit different.
Right, but we still have the same issue of aging inventory and the need that buyers have in this market to find a home that they're comfortable living in, that they want to either grow into or downsize into, and sort of the stalemate of I can't list my house right now because I can't find a house right now, and this really opens up opportunities for clients. Okay, so now we're in this particular project. Maybe walk us through some details here in your Shorewood Hills project. We're literally in the construction site. I'm sure people can hear things happening and all that, but talk to us a little bit about this particular project.
So we are actually into the flooring phase of this project, and like I was talking about in the scope of work, there's a definitive process in construction that most people just probably don't know about. Each home starts with demolition. You got to go through the demo and you go through the process. From demolition, we go into the reconstruction, which is the framing process. From framing, we go into electrical, plumbing, HVAC, into insulation. Then we have all our inspections. Then we go into drywall, and now here we are, we're at the flooring phase. We're getting into the finishing phases of this home.
Maybe we could walk around a little bit as we go here, and then just talk through it. So we'll start right here. We don't have to move anywhere, but we'll get walking as well. So you're into the flooring phase. I know that Damon on your crew was here when we got here, putting the floor in, and you can see the transition that's happening behind and some flooring that still has to go.
So this is an addition to the home. This is where we gain most of the extra value in the home by adding bigger footprint to this home. A lot of people think, well, there's a load-bearing wall. How can I remove that to add things in? But with today's lumber and prelams and the way things are built today, you can really go after and pretty much create whatever you dream.
So there was a wall, an exterior wall back here, and now you've added square footage. This is going to be the kitchen.
Kitchen / dining.
So the kitchen's going to have all this wood flooring, beautiful natural light, and take us through kind of that process a little
So
bit.
yeah, this is actually built over an old porch slab. We had to bring an engineer in because we added what's called a cantilever where the actual floor joists extend past the foundation. We built these out of what are called LVLs. Typically you want to build a floor with a 2x12 or something larger, but since we were transitioning from an old home that had 2x6 floor joists, we used a pre-lam beam, which is a structural beam, as a floor joist in here. And then you can see where we made the transition from the old house to new. This is 3/4 inch solid oak that's in this house.
You don't want to lose that.
No.
You want to really restore
Yes.
the original condition of that home as best you can and preserve some of the original character of the home, right?
Exactly. And with oak, 3/4, you can sand this, 50, 60 times and never burns through because it's a solid wood. Oak also takes stain very well. Softer woods such as maple and pine, it's really hard to transition the two colors, but if we can get you guys back here on the finish, you'll see where we tooth this in. This will all be sanded as one and stained as one, and you'll never see the seam that's made between the old and the new, which a lot of people don't like to do that as well. The toothing in takes some significant time to pull the old boards and get in, but Damon is one of our longer employees here at Property Revival. He's actually been in flooring he was a flooring guy before I met him. I brought him on my team to help sharpen all of our skills in flooring, and boy, does he do a really good job.
And so you've also opened up the windows to make them a little bit more modern, I
Yep.
think, and you can see that. And this is sort of getting the more modern open concept in here, but also as we walk around, again, you've preserved kind of the old, broken up room by room feel of the original home.
Yeah, so they want a traditional foyer. So when you walk in the front of the house, we have this beautiful staircase that leads up to an open balcony on top. We have two nice closets. The doors and the casing we kept period to the home. They really like these 6-panel larger doors in the maple that they are. Same thing with the fireplace. We're going to preserve the brick. There was an insert in there. We ended up tuck pointing. If we can get outside, you'll see on the top I have everything formed. I repoured the original fireplace to make it all brand new. It's all formed up there right now. The windows here, what we're doing is we actually enlarged the openings a little bit when we added the new siding. A lot of these older walls, they had older insulation, the lath and plasterboard, so we were able to add extra insulation outside to create a better R value to get heating and cooling to work properly inside this house. Because it's not only about the way it looks, it's about the way it functions for a client too. We want to make sure we're making the right decisions for their home so that they get the best heating and cooling, the best energy efficiency that they can throughout the life of their home.
So maybe we could take a tour. I think there's a few points that you pointed out to me that were sort of exciting and unique.
Yeah.
You've got a room that you soundproofed, and you've got a climbing space for kids in this house, and then what you're doing to the master bedroom. Maybe we could do those three things,
Sure.
starting with the soundproof room.
Okay. Through here, this is the foyer to the house. Front door here. You can see we've got this traditional. This will all the original stairs will all be sanded. We're going with a nice fruit wood color that's going to really bring a richness in. Get rid of the kind of golden oak and bring in this fruit wood color. And it's beautiful new posts and handrails. It's going to go inside here. This is going to be a reading room and space for the family. These were existing bookcase that had a valance across that dated everything. You can see that we pieced in and added modern crown and preserved the bookcases the way they are. Once our painter gets through here and fills everything, this will be seamless and it'll look like it's been here for 100 years. Just absolutely beautiful.
And I know we don't have lighting for back here, so we probably have to do it from here, but this is a room. Maybe just describe from here what...
So this used to be the kitchen. This used to be the kitchen in the house. The sink used to be over this window. This was an open breezeway. This room has been soundproof now. You can see there's a light here, but inside this room there's going to be barn doors that slide across, and in here will be an entertainment center. You can see where we put all our mechanicals for our television and everything here, and there'll be bookcases that hide away as these barn doors open. And we're also toothing in the original hardwood, so this will be solid hardwood as well. The kids' room is right above here, so we soundproof, so when the parents are down here watching television, there'll be no sound waking the kids up. So really cool little ad of things that people get creative and want to do things, and it's really cool to be able to figure these things out and also make it work inside their budget.
Well, let's go upstairs and we'll check out the master bath and that exciting space for the kids there as well.
Watch your step, Brad. So this is the master suite. Actually, the way this room was configured originally, let me get over here so you can see this back room. None of this existed. So this was all a room all the way to the back wall back there, and a big portion of this room on the bump out was part of the bathroom on that side. What we did is, working with our design team and RSOL, they were able to allocate some space to make this house have a functioning master suite. When this house was built, typically there wasn't big master bedroom with the custom showers and everything that everyone's looking for, but we were able to get it. We utilize a lot of swing space in rooms because we're looking for space by adding pocket doors. This is a really good way to take away, so if you're standing here, you have a swing, you're losing all the space in the room by the swing of a door. A pocket door allows that door to go away with no swing space lost. Inside here, we got a double vanity. This is their master closet. This originally, when it first started, had a pocket door here as well to kind of hide off this area. But as the evolution of a project goes, this stemmed into a second floor laundry and a master. So inside their master bath, they're going to have a huge walk-in closet and a stackable washer and dryer folding station, all right here in their closet. And then right here, there'll be another door. This is a swing door because they wanted privacy when maybe mom's getting ready and dad's in here showering to shut off this room. But this is the commode, and then there'll be a huge tile custom shower with a fixed glass and a big glass sliding barn door in here. It's going to make a really great space when it all comes together.
So that adds a lot of value to the home as well. We get the master suite. Again, so you've taken some of it, you preserve the original idea, concept, time period of the home, but then you added space downstairs, you're opening it up to give it more of the modern open concept, and then adding the master suite up here. And then you've got an exciting space for the kids that are going to move in.
Yeah, this is actually a creation of, I don't want to say name drop, but women love Pinterest. My wife, and I'm sure your wives love that, but this is a Pinterest idea that the homeowner came to me, showed me a picture of, and said, can you build this? And I said, challenge accepted. So inside this little A-frame room, which is above the garage, we actually put in all plywood, and all these holes are going to be knobs for rock walls. It's in the first stages right now. This right here, this primer is a fireproof paint, just because instead of adding drywall, which has a fire rating of 2-hour burn through, we needed to add a fire barrier primer in here because it's wood on wood, and this would be basically a fireplace if anything ever happened. But when this is all said and done, there'll be rock walls. This will be like a miniature boulders for the kids right here inside their bedroom. There'll be rubber mat floor in here in case anyone goes down, but this space is, I mean, I would have loved to have this when I was a kid.
So the kids can climb up and down the walls, low, get up high, and that'll be an exciting space for them, and it's right off in their bedroom.
Yes, yes.
So instead of a playroom, but it's sort of a bonus space, and it's just adding a creative element to use this space. There really wasn't anything, I wouldn't imagine, when you came in here and did your demo.
No, this was just, the only thing that I found that was really cool in here that's will be preserved and cut out right here is inside of this little lip in the side of the house, there's a safe deposit box here. And it's still here, we just covered it up and it'll be cut out, we're on the finish here. But that was like, I don't find a lot of cool stuff. Unfortunately, it was empty, but it was a cool safe deposit box that someone had maybe put in there 50 years ago. Really cool.
So why don't we come up here and...
So this room, actually, this closet used to start way back. So the closet was actually into this room, and this was the demising wall of this room. This closet started back inside this bathroom. This door used to be right here, and that was all wall. So in order to make a larger main bath and master bath, we had to shift everything down the line. And since we had enough room in this room to still make a comfortable kid's suite, we were able to allocate some of the space in this room to make a nice sized closet, and then we were able to put in a 2-stage bathroom as the main bath as well.
And I love the bigger windows, taking advantage of some lake views here in Madison. And
yeah, the trees are here now, but when we started here, you could actually see the Capitol from here. Yeah.
So we really appreciate you taking the time. Any other notes or tidbits about the company or about this project, and anything you'd like to add about kind of the advantage of Property Revival and Property Revival Realty?
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to purchase a home, especially that's a home that is needs a little bit of work, working with Property Revival Realty, you literally get an experience from the time the realtor walks in to the time it's handed to me. they're really knowledgeable in making the right decision. So I've never met someone purchasing a home that wasn't built new, that didn't want new countertops or new paint or new flooring. But really having someone to get that upfront expectation made to you before you actually purchase a home. I guess everyone's heard of the good old money pit. We kind of get rid of that for you just because of the special training that our people have and the fact that we've vested in this together as a team. I don't know absolutely everything about this trade or everything about real estate, but I have Brian as a teammate, CEO. He has me as a general contractor, and I have people that work for me that have been doing construction longer than I've been alive. So we take advantage of our whole team at Property Revival Realty and Property Revival Construction. I think if you're looking to do a remodel just in your home to help find that space that you want, then Property Revival is for you. If you're thinking that it can't be done because you don't have the money, your house doesn't have a price point there, we could probably change that for you with our after repair value loan. Or if you're looking to purchase a property and you can't find one that you need, well, we can create it for you.
And you have an office on the Beltline,
Yes.
4211 West Beltline Highway, right at Seminole Road, and another office in Janesville, 12 South Pontiac Drive, there in Janesville, near the middle school, Marshall Middle School. How do people get in touch with you on an email? Is that best?
Yes, yeah, you can actually contact, email us at info@propertyrevival.net, or you can call us at our office at 608-838-4457, or reach out on social media at any one of our Janesville Facebooks, Madison Facebooks, or Property Revival.
Great. So info@propertyrevival.net or .com. They both work. Appreciate your time today. This is an awesome project.
Thanks so much, man.
I know you guys will work. We'll let you get back to work.
To be continued.
To be continued. That's right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. We are live every Wednesday here at Live and Local, and we encourage you to continue to watch.